Why do people say Jungkook is gay? What makes them think that? Is it true? Or is it just another misunderstanding? But before we begin this video, let me make one thing clear. If you're not going to watch the entire video, please don't jump to conclusions or leave comments based on half the content. Watch till the end, and then decide what you truly feel. I know this is a sensitive topic, and many of you may already have your opinions, but I ask you to stay open-minded throughout this video. There's a lot more to this story than what you might have heard, and trust me, it's worth listening to all perspectives. Before we get into the details, here's something I want you to think about. If you truly admire Jungkook, if you consider yourself an ARMY or a fan of his, shouldn't you take just 5 minutes to try and understand where he's coming from? If you can invest your time in watching his performances, enjoying his music, supporting his every move, surely taking a few minutes to reflect on the things that matter to him should come naturally, right? Now, I've always said this before, and I'll say it again. I don't like speaking on anyone's personal life until they themselves confirm something. And the same goes for Jungkook. I'm not here to label him. I'm not here to spread any hate. But as a content creator watched by thousands of people, it becomes my responsibility to speak only what's already in public talks, not some fake drama. People have often debated over Jungkook's sexuality. Some say he might be gay, others strongly disagree, and a few people even claim they've accepted it as a truth. But let me ask you something. Has Jungkook ever confirmed this himself? Has he ever given any such statement? No. So how can we decide that for him? We have to respect his privacy, his personal life, and his choices. Just because we see something from our perspective doesn't mean we get to define it for him. We all need to be mindful of the way we perceive others, especially when it comes to their personal lives. Now, one of the biggest reasons this rumor started is his bond with Taehyung, or V. Their chemistry, their closeness, the way they laugh, talk, joke around, and even hug on camera. It's beautiful. It's genuine. But for some, it crosses into something more. People took a few moments between them and turned it into an entire story. But let me remind you, not everyone who is close is romantic. Some people looked at their friendship and saw brotherhood. Some saw deep emotional support. And some, yes, saw love. But at the end of the day, it's what you choose to see. Does that make anyone wrong? No. We all interpret things differently. It's the same with every relationship, friendship, or bond between two people. What might be meaningful for one person doesn't always translate the same way for another. So why are we so quick to label something, especially when there's no concrete evidence? The way Jungkook and V share their moments together is nothing short of pure friendship. Or maybe more, depending on how you choose to view it. But that's the key. It's how we choose to view it. And what we need to keep in mind is that our view is not the ultimate truth for everyone else. We need to be kind with our judgments and understand that every individual sees things from their own lens. The same happened with Jimin. Jungkook and Jimin's bond is precious. They've cried together, supported each other, even lived together at one point. People have seen their private moments, their caring nature, and again, some believed it was more than friendship. But who are we to decide? Just like with V, the relationship between Jungkook and Jimin is deeply emotional. They've stood by each other through thick and thin. Their bond isn't just the typical friendship you see on the surface. It's one that's been built over years of trust, shared experiences, and mutual understanding. Yet, once again, some people may choose to view it differently. But does that mean it's wrong? Of course not. In the end, we have to acknowledge that every relationship, whether it's romantic or platonic, is personal. What we see is only a tiny fraction of the reality. It's easy to get caught up in the idea of what we think we know, but remember, we don't know the whole story. If someone interprets their bond as romantic, that's their perception. If someone says it's only friendship, that's valid too. But what's not okay is calling someone a liar or bashing them just because their interpretation is different from yours. We all come from different minds, different cultures, and different ways of understanding emotions. We have to start embracing these differences instead of using them as reasons to divide us. It's not about labeling someone based on their relationships or connections. It's about understanding that people's emotions, their connections, and the way they relate to others can't be put into neat little boxes. Also, there's nothing wrong even if Jungkook were gay. That doesn't make him any less of an artist. It doesn't change the fact that he's one of the most hardworking, passionate, and talented idols in the world. But again, he hasn't confirmed anything. And until he does, none of us have the right to put labels on him. I'm not here to protect someone's image by denying their identity. I'm here to say that unless someone wants to talk about their personal life, we shouldn't make it public discussion. And Jungkook has never said anything about his preferences, so whether it's V or Jimin or anyone else, we don't know. If you think he and V share a deep bond, you're right. If you think it's just friendship, you're right too. Because it's your interpretation. And just like that, no one else should be blamed for their opinion, as long as it's respectful. It's all about respecting one another's boundaries and not making assumptions about someone's personal life. I believe that every individual deserves to have their privacy. We shouldn't be making them feel uncomfortable by pushing them into situations they haven't willingly entered. So again, I request you all, whether you're an ARMY, a fan of K-pop, or just someone who watches from a distance, support Jungkook for who he is. An amazing singer, a brilliant performer, a kind human being. That's what truly matters. Let's support the person that he is, not the rumors or assumptions that people create about him. Remember, we are all here to enjoy the music, the performances, and the joy that Jungkook brings to us. And please, don't jump to judge people who think differently. We all see the same moment, but through different eyes. So let's be more open-minded. Let's respect the privacy and personal boundaries of everyone. It's so easy to criticize, but it's so much harder to understand someone else's point of view.